What's going on, guys? You guys probably can't hear me too good because it's a little windy, so if there's a wind noise, I'm sorry. Haven't upgraded cameras yet. Today it is a crappy day, but it doesn't mean it's a crappy day to fish. So we are out here on a lake and we're going to be pre-fishing. So taking the new boat. Haven't been out here yet in the new boat, nor have I been out in the boat by myself. And if you want to see a tour of the boat, leave a comment below and I'll show you the whole setup from front to back and what I'm running on it and everything. Other than that, I'm gonna get out on the lake. I got some things to rig up. We just ran like 100 yards from the launch. The water is up quite a bit, but we ran 100 yards from the launch so that we could drift back and be able to rig stuff up and then get going. So yeah, we're gonna do that right now.
My heart rages around like an ocean in my head, because there are so many things that I left unsaid.
Alright, so we got what we're going to be using. We're going to be using a 2.5 KDV square bill crankbait, and initially we're just going to be running it across the bank, see if we can't get a hit or find some fish for tournament next week. So I'm going to do a voiceover on this part of the video because it's just going to be a time lapse of me fishing. Didn't realize of how dull and how much I wasn't going to talk initially coming into recording this video. So first thing I want to touch on is exactly what is pre-fishing. And pre-fishing to me is just going out and being able to find where the fish are located, whether this is the day before the tournament, 2 days before the tournament, or even a week before the tournament, kind of like this. So this was about the only day that I was able to get out on the lake and running this bank. I was just trying to find to see if there was any fish on here. I fished this bank for probably a little bit longer than what I should, because this was about the only bank that I was able to fish this day. So initially fishing this bank, I was able to pick up one bite, and it was a decent fish. Being able to catch that fish gave me a lot of info on exactly where the fish are, how they're eating. And this fish that I catch later on in the video was caught on a white chatterbait, and I had stopped for momentary to mess with the trolling motor. And when I started reeling it back in, the fish came from right up beside the boat and grabbed onto the chatterbait. That gives me a few indicators that the fish are a little bit deeper and not so far up on the bank. Another thing is I had paused when before I had set the hook on the fish, before he had grabbed it. So to me, that just kind of tells me that they want something a little bit slower. Now, I didn't really get to flip with a jig or anything on these banks, so being able to catch that one fish really just gave me some input on what they're eating. Now, when you're pre-fishing, there is one thing that you do want to not to do, and that's to stick so many fish. If you start catching all these fish are going to have sore mouths when it comes down to the tournament time, especially if you're fishing it more than a week in advance. So what I like to do is, and what I have done on the fishing team when I was in high school, is just go catch a few fish and be able to leave and go fish other parts of the lake. If I pull up into a cove and catch two bass on a spinner, I'm not going to stay there and catch anymore. I already know that there are fish in there in that cove and that they're hungry. So I'm going to go fish another cove or go try maybe something deep to see if there's a deeper bite, for if conditions aren't the way that I'd like them when it comes down to the tournament time. So those are a few tips that I have when it comes to pre-fishing. I know it wasn't a very long video with full of information, but to me that's what pre-fishing is. It's not something that should be very complicated. Just go out, try to find where the fish are, where they're located, not necessarily what they're biting on. You can leave that more or less to the tournament day or the day before if you want to go catch fish and just shake them off and make sure you, I guess to say to not actually set the hook on them. that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this short little video. I hope it wasn't too boring for you guys. But if you do like this video, leave a thumbs up, comment down below what you would like to see next, and until next time, see ya.
Baby, but you know I never